Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be looking into Keir Starmer again, and we're going to also be looking into Tony Blair. Now, there has been some appointments to Keir Starmer's cabinet that have actually come from non-politicians, and two of them have come from Gordon Brown's cabinet and Tony Blair's. So I want to look in and see how much influence, because Blair is still a big political figure over in this part of the world, how much influence this man has over Keir Starmer and Keir Starmer's relationship to him. So I'm going to use two decks of cards. I'm going to use one card deck for Blair, one card deck for Starmer. We're going to start off with Tony Blair's intentions with regarding Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. He's been out of politics. Well, he's been in politics, Blair, since he left politics, but he's very much involved in the background type thing. So we're going to just see where Blair is with Starmer. Now, I'm not going to be doing political reads all the time. It's just more out of interest. I haven't got high hopes because Blair is quite a globalist, and of course he was about the Iraq war and weapons of mass destruction, and then the economy kind of tanked as well. That was with Gordon Brown. So there was a lot of stuff that hung over from Blair's government that wasn't good, but that's the same with every government. So I just want to have a look. I just want to see what is going on. Is there a relationship? Is there much to do about nothing? Is there any tea to it? Blair's already asked Starmer to bring in ID cards and not be too woke. And I think Starmer's rejected the ID cards idea. So there's that. So I don't know what else we're going to pick up, to be honest. Let's have a look and see if Blair's going to have a big influence on him. So Blair is Taurus. So he would come out as potentially the Hierophant and the King of Pentacles. Starmer is a Virgo, so he potentially come out as the Hermit and also the King of Pentacles. Both are politicians, so we could get some King of Swords energy. We could get a lot of Swords energy with this relationship, but we're going to have a look and see. So if you're new here, I work in layers. I'm going to do one layer for Blair, one layer for Keir Starmer, and we're going to see what we find. So let me begin. Let us do this. What does Blair want to get involved in Keir Starmer's cabinet more? Is he ever going to get a position? Show me the energy of Blair towards Keir Starmer. Show me the energy of Blair towards Keir Starmer. Ace of Wands. So he's frustrated. He's a little bit frustrated. Tony Blair is very frustrated. He has lots of ideas, but they're not coming across very well at the minute. So I feel like there is a block there in their relationship, which is interesting. The Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, it's usually in the classical tarot, it's somebody offering a cup and somebody refusing to take it. So I feel like Starmer is potentially blocking him a bit. That's interesting. I thought he'd be all over him, but there we go. The Lovers is in reverse. There is a separation. And what's underneath it? The Seven of Swords. In reverse as well. Blair is playing some games. He is playing some games, big games. They are concerned about a Gemini. Now, a big Gemini on the world stage is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is a good friend of a new MP called Mr. Nigel Farage. So there could be something with that coming in that is a threat. He's threatened by a potential Trump win in November. They're very worried about it. Blair is trying to position himself, and he is overly involved in stuff behind the scenes. He is chomping on the bit with that Seven of Swords in reverse. He wants to kind of like tell everybody else to like sacrifice themselves in a sense, but I don't think he is quite ready to go back into frontline politics yet, if at all. But yet he's quite happily just trying to use his influence to get things to go his way. I feel like Starmer isn't overly receptive to him, and he's getting frustrated by it with that Ace of Wands in reverse. What's leaving the situation? The Eight of Wands is in reverse. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. So he's frustrated. He's not getting the message across as quickly as he wants it, or he's not being taken as completely seriously as he wants it. That's an interesting thing. Oh. The Five of Discs and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There is being change. There is going to be difficult change. The Five of Discs, he wants to take us back into something. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to take us back into the EU here. That Wheel of Fortune in reverse shows that there's definitely, he thinks it's his time, but he doesn't understand why anything isn't going his way. The Six of Discs is also in reverse. So there's definitely something about taking money back, taking things back. There's potentially an overreach, potentially with taxes. Four of Discs, what he wants to do. He wants to control it all. He's scared that it's going to, he is worried that this opportunity for him to influence things that he wants to influence is going to slip through his fingers. He's really worried about that. And let's see what else is coming out for him. And we have the Page of Wands. I feel like we're going to get something from him down the line. We are going to hear more of him down the line. He's going to be quite frustrated for a while, and he's going to be trying to move things and do things behind the scenes to get what he wants. He's going to try and do that influence. I feel like there's going to be an overreach around taxes for some reason, and then you've got that Page of Wands. He's going to make a kind of da. That will come later after that, though. That will come later after that. Let's have a look at Kia. Let's have a look at you, Starmer. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's strange, this energy. It came out in the reading I did the other day. That Nine of Cups in reverse, he's not having a good time. He should be celebrating and having a good time, but I feel like there's a bit of a hangover here going, what have I gotten myself into? What am I doing? And I feel with the Nine of Cups in reverse as well, there is a little bit of a pushback on Tony Blair, like he's not invited in that kind of world. The Four of Swords is in reverse. Okay. Let me see what's above the situation before I comment on that. The King of Swords. Fair enough. Okay. And what we have underneath, we have the Magician. Keir doesn't see, he wants to get rid of the old ties to like the old Labour used to get called New Labour, so the Blair years. So he kind of actually wants to try and cut the cords with that. You've got the King of Swords, interestingly enough, at the same time as a Gemini. So that, I know I'm not making this about Trump, but that King of Swords, and it's an air sign. Gemini is an air sign, so there's potentially somebody here who is an air sign man that is going to be problematic. Now, Boris Johnson is also a Gemini and also an air sign. I don't think Corbyn, who is also a Gemini and also an air sign, fits the bill. That's going to cause him too much of a problem. I do feel like there is an element of Trump in this reading. They're concerned about Trump becoming president. And I think that feeds into Nigel Farage as well. They're concerned about that, but they see Trump. If Trump is elected in November, then that will kind of fortify Nigel Farage because he's like really good friends with the American president. And he's got a lot of the popular vote behind him. He's got over 4 million people voted for reform, and only 3 point something million voted for Lib Dems. Yet the Lib Dems got more seats. I know it's madness, isn't it? But there we go. Like, Starmer is actually comes across as, he seems to be quite Eight of Swords. Ten of Cups, happy families. Okay. We're going to get a Labour is a big happy family, and we all get on, and we're all equal in voices, past and present, for a while. They're going to try and put on a united front. And there's the Four of Pentacles. What he's concerned about is losing loss of control to Blair, and Blair having too much influence. And Blair's worried about loss of control and too much. Yeah. And they're both worried about this Ace of Swords, King of Swords guy, Gemini. I think Blair is more worried about it than Starmer. Starmer's trying to do this whole King of Swords thing, going around being a politician. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. And the Two of Pentacles change. And balance, readdressing balance. Six of Swords. What he wants people to do is move on and see a new paradigm, and with what he's doing, that's what he wants. And the Queen of Cups is in reverse. I feel like Starmer is going to get blocked. We've got a Queen of Cups energy, so he doesn't go with his intuition. He's not an intuitive man. That's definitely blocked. Potentially, you've got a Queen of Cups, a water sign, so Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, who is going to cause him some issues and cause him some problems. And I feel like around this time, Blair is going to try and bring himself in to the party. It's interesting, though, with the Eight of Swords leaving the situation, I think Keir Starmer finds Tony Blair quite restrictive. It's almost like you've got the manager job and the old manager's still lurking around to tell you how to run things. And I don't think that suits either man's ego very much. We do have the Ten of Cups, though, so we are going to get a unified Labour Party on the surface for a while, but it's all going to come. There is going to be cracks appearing, and that Queen of Cups energy in reverse might be those cracks appearing. There's already tensions within relationships. I mean, when you think about it, they're politicians. They're never going to be They're never going to be completely normal, let's face it. So yeah, interesting that Tony Blair is a member of the World Economic Forum. So is Keir Starmer. So was Rishi Sunak, and there's another one, I forget who it was, but I'm sure Trudeau is as well. There's a lot of them, you know, and it's weird how these little clubs can influence things and events. But I feel like Starmer doesn't really want a lot to do with him at this current time. He finds him quite restrictive. But I don't think Blair's going to give it up. Blair's going to keep going till he gets the opportunity. But he's being blocked at the minute. But there will be an opportunity coming up for him later where he's going to jump on in both feet. It's almost like a battle of wills in a way. Would I say they were friends? No. And I don't think with the Four of Swords in reverse, I think Starmer wants to distance himself from that, which is interesting. And him particularly, but I don't think he's going to have the opportunity. You've got the Ten of Cups there. You're going to get a united front first off, but there are egos and people pushing backwards and forwards for jostling for position. And who is this Queen of Cups who comes in and causes some problems for Starmer? Because around that time, we'll see Blair trying to make moves. You're trying to influence things. He's trying to influence things from outside, like by Blair's trying to influence him from the outside. And when that doesn't work, Blair's going to try and get back in. At a time when Starmer is going through a crisis. It might be his first public crisis, if you will, because I'm sure they're all pretty Machiavellian, you know? But there we go. That is what I see. Let me know what you guys see in the cards. If you anything I've missed off, anything you'd like to add, please let me know in the comments, and I shall see you soon for some more readings. Bye, everyone.